Good morning, Kiowa members. We're here at 10:04, I believe it is, waiting to see if the executive branch members we have requested to come to the budget hearings will be here. We have just been told the memo was sent to Mr. Kamalti and Charles Eisenberger on March the 2nd, and we have had no response to them being involved or to give direction to those senior people in the administration to talk to us this morning on the budget that the executive branch prepared. We have just learned word that through Mr. Topai, the executive director, that because the memo was not signed by all legislatures, the legislative branch, that no one will be appearing. So I speak for the legislature. A copy went to these members also, and so I don't believe they're going to be here today. Anybody else has anything to say with that?
I'm just almost speechless. This is a very important meeting for the Kiowa tribe. It's to formulate the executive branch's portion of the annual budget, which is supposed to be voted on June the
Third.
June the 3rd. Has to be to the election board by the end of April, so they can put it on the ballot by ballot mail out, which is, I think, May the 15th. So it's just beyond belief that they don't want to participate in the formulation of the tribal budget. And that involves all the departments that are here in the executive branch. I can't believe it. I'm almost speechless.
Well, I'm disappointed because they were notified and invited. And this is very important to the Kiowa tribe. I was looking forward to this because as the newest elected legislator, it's important to understand our relationship with the finances of all the tribal programs, and I just feel it's just very important.
Let me see that newspaper. In the current news issue of the Kiowa paper, the chairman states that the legislature has refused to work with the executive branch of the government and has not taken input for the budget in a positive manner. I would think this is a positive manner for the budget modification that is currently. The ballots are out. The executive branch did send over 3 members of his team, which was Mr. Topai, Mr. Carter, and Mr. Redbird. We did have conversation with them, but they did not suggest any interest in giving us any direction on the executive part of that budget. Mr. Redbird did submit a resolution to our admin after the meeting, and for transportation funds, which I understand that document is not proper, and that part of those monies will be included on the general budget, which we're working on right now. So I'm going to say we will conclude this hearing, and we will post a proposed budget, possibly the executive team's budget, on the 14th, so that members of the tribe can look at that budget. And but we will try to continue to keep working on the budget. So I'm going to say thank you for joining in, and we're very disappointed that the executive branch does not think this is important to the tribal members. Thank you. Have a good day. Leave on how the vote's going to take place. So
Yeah, the first resolution
kind of,
on the agenda, the first things that should be discussed should be the procedures.
exactly. So it is something new. It may not be perfect. I understand if all resolutions don't get discussed, that they'll be for the next meeting, or, put on the list for the next time, I guess, because I would think they're posted now on the web is what I believe, so people need to be looking at them, so that they can know what is on that agenda, what's going to be discussed, and hopefully, a lot of them will get discussed, because that's, I don't know how that's going to work. It's a lot.
150 will.
Yeah.
That's what's required for quorum. That'd be 150 people.
I just wanted to address what he brought up about policy. So policy may not necessarily cover both the executive branch and the legislature together.
If the KIC drafts it as such,
It can be composed of a policy for the executive branch, a policy for the legislature. But I don't think that we have means where we have a policy for both of them.
Oh, we certainly could. We certainly could.
Well,
As a Kiowa Indian Council, we could make a policy requiring them to meet a certain amount of times
I
a
think it
year.
would have to be a law, not a policy.
The policy could be changed, I would think, could be drafted as a bill to become law.
KIC doesn't do
That's more
laws,
of an internal thing, a policy, but a law is something that, yeah,
but
do that.
KIC, we don't do laws.
You may not do the law, but you can certainly have the policy, in my mind, that, directs the executive or whoever to make a bill for a law,
Exactly.
I would think.
Exactly.
We can
So,
recommend.
Yes, I would
Council
think
can
you,
recommend, that rather than setting a policy, we can recommend,
yeah.
or request that.
And believe me, you can
Policy
always
actually-
talk to the legislature on the needs of the tribe. There is discussion on this table every day of different subjects that have come up regarding the tribe. It may not necessarily have come exactly from me, it's people in the community expressing different things. So now there have been some things that have come forward based on what we saw might be a need. So, you say the voice is not heard. I'm pretty sure our legislators here are hearing the people's voice out there. So,
Debbie.
I think
had
it's a good thing.
Community meeting, they wanted I had a community meeting last month. Well, I've had, a few community meetings, but I had one last month where they said they wanted another community meeting for the month, for the following month, which is this month. And they wanted a 2-week, notification. And, so I did that. And they wanted it in the afternoon. So I did all that they asked, and, yeah, well, 6 altogether, but, so I had that and got food and everything, and, had 6 people show up.
We
And
had- we had
the
one-
legislature meeting that we have every second Saturday of the month is open to everybody. And we have it on live feed. And so, and everybody's been having community meetings, so, and they're open, you know, to whoever wants to come, not only the district, but they can voice what they need to
Second
voice out
Saturday
there.
every month.
We had one at KCA, but I don't think we got to speak for about 2 minutes at that whole meeting.
Debbie, just one last thing, and everybody, don't underestimate the power of policy, because that's more than a recommendation, Debbie.
No,
If-
I'm
if-
saying
if-
an
if-
alternative would be
If-
recommendation.
Yeah, if it goes to a ballot and the KIC approves it, you know, that's a directive to our government, not a recommendation.
But isn't the executive committee a branch, aren't they required to obey the law? That's
We
why-
can't do any policy that goes contrary to the Constitution.
So that's why I'm saying if the legislature enacted a law, it's being effective, then fine.
You're right, backed up by law is a good way to back up policy.
You know what I'm saying?
Good morning.
If policy were available.
How are y'all?
President Trump
We
and
d-
Congress would have.
we
a
didn't know
policy.
you were
We don't
coming.
get along.
We weren't coming to this meeting.
Oh,
Hey, Gloria.
so you're just dropping in?
Yes.
I told
How,
I told
how are
We
you?
had a meeting with the chairman.
Oh, we were under the understanding the chairman was not in the building.
He will be.
He's not right now.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see.
But we
We were
have,
waiting on him. So I just ran down to the casino with him.
Oh,
since
okay.
you guys are having this is a good time. Are we, I hope we're not on live.
We are.
We are?
We are live.
Can we
Yes.
turn it off because we're gonna talk about some sensitive things that the world doesn't need to know about.
All right. Then,
Then we would have to go into an executive session, which we aren't set up to do.
okay,
Why we
so
gotta
go
keep live
ahead,
feeding it?
go ahead and